Okay, so I wanted to do an updated episode on my morning routine. I get asked all the time, well, what's your morning ritual? What's your morning routine? And it kind of changes based on the actual season of the year. And I literally mean like winter, spring, summer, fall. And it also changes based on where my values are at the time. So what do I mean by that? Okay, let's start with the season of the year. So right now, it is blazing hot in Texas. Now, I actually don't mind it all that much because I moved here because I didn't want to be cold. But when you're out walking at like 2 to 4 p.m., which is my usual time I would walk because I'll have like a work block from like 9 to 2. I get on a walk, I come home, I eat lunch, and then I wrap up and I go pick up the boys. I mean, it's a little uncomfortable at that time. Like, I just feel like I can't go as long. So I've been moving my morning routine around a little bit to get some movement done in the morning before it's like insanely hot in like the gym garage or insanely hot outside. So when I think about my morning ritual, I think about, okay, what makes most sense right now? So I'll walk you through what my AM routine is right now. But when I think about then different seasons or phases of life, that's another thing to think about. Like, if you're a new mom, your morning ritual might not happen till 11 a.m., right? If you got no sleep overnight and you fed the baby like 4 times, you might be sleeping in till 10 a.m., and that's okay. You might not have time to get up and just have your 30 minutes of quiet time or, sit there and put pen to paper and do journaling or do some reading or whatever it is. Or you might be a mom and all your kids are like kind of self-sufficient and they get up and they just get their breakfast on their own and they're doing their own thing. They might even sleep in a little bit later, so then you back it up and you get up 30 minutes earlier and you have that quiet time and you just, like one of my favorite things, I love just sitting outside, watching the sun come up, having a cup of coffee, and I just sit there and I literally think. Like, that is my morning ritual sometimes. It's just very dependent on what season that you're in. Right now, we are in a season where it's kind of unpredictable when the boys will get up. I mean, most of the time it can be anywhere between 6 and 7:30, so it's a good enough window where I used to always backtrack and make sure I was up 30 minutes before them. But I'll be honest, this season of life, I am needing more sleep, and I'm giving myself permission to do that. I used to make sure I was out of bed at 4:30 or 5 to have that quiet time, and I'm prioritizing sleep. And so I might only get up maybe 15 or 20 minutes before them sometimes, and that's okay. And so I just am flexible with my morning routine. So does it have to be the same all the time? Absolutely not. It's just some type of time for yourself, like creating that time and space where you can get in alignment and you can clear your head and you can make a plan for the day, or you can at least just have some quiet time and then you get on with it. So does your morning ritual have to look the same every day? I don't think so. Mine doesn't, right? Do I recommend maybe getting up like 15 to 20 minutes earlier than your kids if you're a mom? I do, right? Because if not, you lead into a chaotic day if like you've had no time to think and process, where really the morning ritual, the goal of it for myself or like for our clients, it's just for mindfulness, right? It's just to kind of get in alignment with who you want to be in that day, what you want to accomplish, what your intentions will be, and then you get out after it. So let me fill you in on what my morning routine looks like right now. Okay, now again, I just said it's flexible, so it's not always exactly the same. It just depends on the day. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are very heavy client days for me. That's when I like to do a lot of my check-ins. That's when I really communicate with them. And so I might wake up on those days and I literally light a candle if the sun's not up yet. I sit there, I get out my planner, I look at what my big intentions are for the day with work, my big intentions for health and fitness, and my big intentions for the family or the household. I write those out. I do a little bit of vision work or goal setting, and then I literally have a cup of coffee and I'm done, okay? Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm filming this on a Tuesday, are my movement days. And then I do this on Saturday as well. So today I chose to get up early and get out on a walk. So I didn't really do any quiet time at a table. I got up, I got my shoes on, I brushed my teeth, I got on my workout clothes, and I hit it outside and watched the sun come up while I was getting on my nature walk. And I will listen to a podcast at that time. So that's where I kind of do my like professional or personal development. So sometimes it's a book if I'm at home, but when I'm out, I love to listen to more of a mindset call. So I got on my walk, I got to see some beautiful deer, I got to see a lot of greenery, I got to see the sunrise. Like, that's a pretty relaxing way to start the day. And then I came back and I knew the boys were gonna be up, so I make my iced coffee and then the morning starts. So my iced coffee, by the way, has been so delicious lately. I've been doing just about like 7 to 9 grams of one one of my PE Science Select protein powders. So I've been using the chocolate mint with some extra stevia and unsweetened almond milk with, I really like that brand STOK, is it called stock? The turquoise cold brew, but they were out of it. So I'm doing the blonde roast by Starbucks. And then I have that, I get the boys ready, I get myself ready, and then we get on with our day. And that was literally my morning ritual. But just that time outside by myself, getting movement in, because movement just, it boosts your serotonin. It boosts your feel-good feelings. When I walked back in with those boys, like I was ready for it. I used that time to really think about my intentions for the day and what I wanted to get done for work, what I wanted to get done for the household. And then I felt ready to rock. Like I didn't feel stressed. I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel like, oh my God, the day seems chaotic. So use that morning ritual as a way to get in alignment with yourself. So my biggest tips, if you're looking to do a morning ritual, is first figure out how much time you need to give yourself for your morning ritual. Like mine, sometimes I need a full hour, sometimes it's 20 minutes. It's literally dependent on the day. And again, for me, I'm prioritizing sleep. Okay, so figure out how much time you need. Then you reverse engineer to give yourself that time and you wake up with it. Set yourself up for success the night before for your morning ritual. So for example, for me, I had my water bottle ready to go, or maybe I filled it up this morning. It doesn't matter. I had it sitting out where I wanted to fill it up. I had my shoes by the front door. I had my AirPod Pros ready to go. So I was already ready for my morning ritual. Maybe for you, you set your journal out, you set your favorite pin out, or the book that you're reading, or maybe you're doing a little bit of like spiritual work. And so you have your space and everything set up the night before. So back up the time you need, set up your ritual the night before, and then the morning of, just figure out the big keys that I'm looking for in a morning ritual is, like I said, to be in alignment with who I am, that I want to show up in that day. So I'm thinking about my intentions on, hey, what word describes the person I'm going to be today? Oh, okay, present, awesome. So I think about how I'm going to show up. I think about my actual intentions around family, work, health, and fitness. And then I just do something that fills my cup, whether it is reading or a podcast or vision work, and then I'm ready to go. So it's as simple as that. That's how I do my morning routine. Summer routine right now, though, is getting up and getting movement done. So I've been doing walks on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and then I typically do my lifts literally right after I drop the boys off at work, because it's still like 9, or daycare, they don't go to work, at 9:30 because it's still not as hot. And that's my morning ritual. Oh, and on Tuesdays, and it's Tuesday, Paul and I go up to, I had 2 coffees today, but my first one's a very small amount of cold brew. So then we went up to our favorite food truck, our coffee food truck called Edge. And then we go on this like beautiful drive back in the country and we talk and we have coffee. It's perfect. So that is AM routine. I would love to know, what is your morning routine right now? Do you have an AM routine? Are you someone that just like wakes up and boom, right into the day? Just even 10 minutes to get in alignment with yourself and just ask yourself, who am I gonna be today? How am I gonna show up? It'll be huge for the way that you go in with a positive mindset all day long. All right, that is it.